coming to town.
Ho, ho, ho. 'Tis the season to talk about more mutants in Marvel Comics.
I started the whole damn thing.
This mutant is extra jolly and may even give you a gift if you're nice. That's right, Santa Claus is not only a mutant in Marvel Comics, but he's also the strongest mutant of them all. So if you're afraid of being on that naughty list this year, I suggest you be extra good with this guy out there.
Time for some season's beatings.
You better not pout and you better not cry because the Omega level mutant known as Santa Claus is coming to town.
What did you call us?
That's right, Santa is an Omega level mutant, and this was revealed in the X-Men Holiday comic book special, A Miracle a Few Blocks Down from 32nd Street. An Omega level mutant is an individual whose dominant power has an undefinable upper limit. For example, Jean Grey is an Omega level mutant due to her telepathic powers. I mean, she can merge with the Phoenix Force, so I feel like her being an Omega level mutant is self-explanatory. Anyways, back to Santa. The 1991 comic book story takes place during the holiday season, and the X-Men are just trying to get into the Christmas spirit when Cerebro finds a new mutant. This new mutant happened to be the most powerful mutant ever registered by Cerebro, and of course, this mutant was Santa Claus making a trip around Manhattan at the time. As the X-Men go to New York to track down this potential ally, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants also tries to find this powerful mutant. The two teams go at it knowing that partnering up with this newly discovered mutant could give them a huge advantage in the future. This drew the attention of good old Santa Claus as he knew he had to intervene to protect the holiday spirit. While the X-Men were able to hold their ground, the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants just vanished. And by vanished, I obviously mean they turned into plastic action figures by Santa Claus. Come on guys, try to keep up. The X-Men chat with Santa and he identifies himself as Kris Kringle. He then proceeds to tell the heroes that he doesn't want to choose sides during the holidays. You would think that Santa would side with the nice guys as he's not a fan of those who are naughty. But I'm not trying to put words in his mouth. The last thing I need is to be put on the naughty list myself. To end their conversation, Santa Claus taps his nose and the X-Men teleport away. The mutants don't remember a single thing about their earlier fight or their encounter with Santa Claus as the man in the big red coat wiped their memories. To top it all off, Santa makes it snow because why not? It's a weird note to leave on, but Santa is a good guy. He's just trying to give some fellow mutants a Christmas to remember. Well, I guess not really since he wiped their memories, but you know what I mean. So as you can probably tell by now, Santa Claus has some pretty unique powers. That, and he is an Omega level mutant, so he's definitely gotta have some strong powers at that. One of my personal favorite powers of his is his ability to turn people into toys. Why make toys when you can just turn humans into them, right? Maybe that's what he should do with the naughty kids and give them to the nice ones. Okay, that's a little too much, but I'm just trying to give the man some ideas. Another power that he obviously has is to change the weather. Making it snow has got to be such a fun ability to have. This power also probably helps him clear up storms as he's flying his sleigh across the world in one night. He doesn't have air traffic control helping him out, so that seems pretty clutch if you ask me. Speaking of his sleigh, Santa does have 9 reindeer to help him fly on Christmas Eve. Just because Santa is a mutant in Marvel Comics doesn't mean everything about him is different. You gotta keep some similarities. Except for his toy sack. You see, in the comics, Santa's magical sack is actually a tesseract of some sort that acts as a portal to a storage dimension. Also, with his ability to teleport himself and others, it absolutely makes it easier for him to get around the world in a single night. Not to say that the reindeer aren't good enough for the job, but you can never be too careful. When he gets to a house, Santa is able to travel down chimneys without taking any fiery injuries, and he can change his size so that he's able to fit down them. It kind of reminds me of Tim Allen's The Santa Claus.
Santa is watching his saturated fats.
Despite having a pocket dimension in his sack to hold all of his toys, Santa still needs help building said toys. Yes, Santa does have a number of elves at his side making his toys, and they're all resistant to growing old and catching diseases. Seems like a great team of individuals to make toys for eternity if you ask me. One thing that is special about Santa is that he appears to have the power of immortality, which puts him up there with some Omega level mutants. While he does look old, he physically doesn't age and is actually incredibly strong. He also possesses great speed, stamina, and agility. By now you're probably thinking, man, Santa can really do everything. But wait, there's more! Santa can also alter his appearance to appear as people expect him to. Every culture is different, and since there is only one Santa Claus, why not have the power to alter your physical appearance in order to match everyone's beliefs? I don't know how he does it, but props to him for putting in that maximum effort. Oh, you thought I was done with his list of powers? Absolutely not! Santa has insane mental abilities, one of them being that he knows everyone's secrets. This is how he can tell if people have been naughty or nice, which seems like an invasion of privacy to me, but I'll go with it. He can also erase and manipulate memories, as he did with the X-Men in their encounter in their holiday special. Now, all of these powers are cool and all, but most of them only get a good boost on Christmas Eve when Santa has to fulfill his duties. Santa's strength on the 24th of December allows him to bench press over 2 tons. Christmas Eve also heightens the reindeer's abilities, which helps him get the job done. On any other given day of the year, Santa's strength is about average. This is the Achilles heel of Marvel's most powerful mutant, but I'm sure he could kick any villain's butt, anytime and anywhere.
Twinkly, but deadly.
And I promise I'm not just saying that to get on the nice list. Now, after hearing all this, you're probably wondering, when is Santa going to appear in the MCU? I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but he probably won't be appearing anytime soon. Just hear me out for a second. In the year of 2021, Disney Plus released the Hawkeye series. The setting took place in New York during Christmas time, and it really did have that holiday feel to it. Sadly, despite all the festivities occurring throughout the show, Santa did not appear once. Following Hawkeye's release, Spider-Man No Way Home came out. I know it's not a Christmas movie whatsoever, but it'll make sense. At the very end of the movie, Peter puts on his new suit and swings across the city as it's pouring down snow. And you know what? There was no sign of Santa. Okay, I know that was a stretch, but I have to cover my bases here,
All
guys.
this for a holiday party?
On a more relative example, let's talk about the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. This MCU project showcases Mantis and Drax in search of the greatest Christmas present for Star-Lord, as he is down in the dumps about Gamora. You would think that a group of heroes who roam the galaxy would surely run into Santa during the holidays. Well, you're wrong! There was not a single sign of Santa in this special, which is a total miss by Marvel Studios. They had a perfect opportunity to introduce Marvel's most powerful mutant, and they whiffed. I'm not saying he had to be a big character, but just show him flying his sleigh in the background. I'm not hating on this, by the way. I absolutely loved the special, and Kevin Bacon was pretty funny, so I recommend seeing it if you haven't. That doesn't excuse the lack of Santa, though. The only thing close to a Santa appearance was a big blow-up Santa Claus decoration. It's cool, though. It definitely got me in the holiday spirits. Well done, James Gunn. With another holiday-themed Marvel project done, we will probably have to wait a bit until we possibly see Santa in the MCU. Now, this isn't confirmed, but it is rumored that the next saga of the MCU will be called the Mutant Saga. With multiple mutants appearing in the MCU and characters like Deadpool and Wolverine returning to the big screen, it's safe to say that this rumor could be true. Even if it isn't called the Mutant Saga, more mutants appearing makes it more likely that Santa could make his MCU debut. Yes, this is at least years down the road, but you can't rush greatness. Marvel's most powerful mutant could appear in a holiday-themed Marvel project, or perhaps he will have his own Marvel special down the line. I mean, these first 2 specials created by Marvel Studios have been fantastic, so who's to say that Santa can't get his own? Besides all that, Santa's appearance doesn't seem probable anytime soon in the MCU. Unless he just happens to show up in Secret Wars or some other random project, I sadly just don't see it happening. It's a shame too, because seeing Santa as a superhero in a Marvel project would be fantastic. You know what? This is my personal message to Kevin Feige. Kevin, you missed the ball by not having Santa Claus in your last 2 Christmas-themed MCU projects. That's 2 strikes, my friend. You know what you gotta do for the 2023 holiday season? Give us the big man in the big red coat.
Right here on Christmas Day.
You know it's the right thing to do. I'm not saying he has to be the star of a project. Just give us a little taste of Marvel's most powerful mutant. Thank you. And you know what, guys? If that doesn't work, I might have to go talk to the robot version of Kevin. He seems like he's more than capable of getting the job done.
Kevin?
While he is a symbol of hope and joy to kids all around the world, Santa can be a dangerous individual in the world of Marvel. Just remember, he knows if you've been bad or good. You can never be too careful with this guy flying around.